Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 307. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Good evening, everybody.
What's up, Gloria?
Hello.
All right, Chris, what do you got? Godzilla news.
Oh yeah, Japan's been on a roll lately. There was some news today that I think one of the Toho buildings, I believe, they're going to install 3 King Ghidorah heads from using the design from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. They're going to be at the exact height that Ghidorah would actually have been, should he have, like, if he was real. And they're using the height from the Heisei series, where I think that was one of his largest incarnations. And they're also painting Mothra onto the top of a building, top of the international airport there. I believe it's in Tokyo. So if you get like a bird's eye view of it, it would look like Mothra was landed there. So pretty cool stuff. And they're planning on doing something with Mechagodzilla and Hedorah too, I believe, eventually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but there's some like concept art of what it's going to look like. It looks really, really good.
So now, is this to cross-promote the new movie, or is it just they like Godzilla and the monsters, and it doesn't count with the movie? They just
I
do it
think
to be
it's
cool.
Yeah, I think it's twofold. I think that everyone knows that the movie's coming out next year, and it's a big deal over there. And also, just because I think that that genre of movies is starting to get a big resurgence now. So I think they're kind of getting ready for when that occurs and say, hey, remember where all this comes from.
Right. What do you think, Gloria? She's muted. Okay.
What was it? What was the question?
No question. You're just talking about Godzilla. Are you a Godzilla fan?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds cool. What Chris said.
Yeah. I can't wait for the next movie. Now, the next movie, do we know who the villain is in the next movie?
We don't know who the monster is. I'm hoping it's a new kaiju. I'm hoping they go with a new one. I'm hoping that this also turns into a series, like the Millennium series or the Heisei series. And
I think it will.
I hope the movies connect, because that was the one thing I didn't like about the Millennium series, was that each movie took place in its own universe.
Right.
So I'm hoping that all the movies connect, which I think they're going to.
Well, didn't the one with Space Godzilla and Destroyer, wasn't that all in the same?
Yeah, that was
universe?
the Heisei series from Godzilla Returns 1984 to Destroya was the
Right.
Heisei series, and then
I
2000
like that.
Wars.
I
Yeah.
like that when it was connected.
Yeah, me too. The Heisei series is my favorite series right now.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Showa series. All of those connected too. But
Right.
yeah, the Millennium series was kind of all over the place, and I was like, still good, but
Yeah. Now, the American version is going to have Mothra, supposedly, and who else was it supposed to be? Mothra.
well, they've confirmed Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah are eventually going to be in the Legendary series, but a lot of people think they're going to be in this next movie. But I think some of the Legendary executives have said that they're not all going to be in the sequel. They're all going to eventually appear at some point in the series. But I think in the next movie it's going to be just Mothra, because there was a lot of talk on set of the first movie that they were like, Mothra is going to be a big character in this series eventually. So I think
Right.
it's just going to be Mothra. I think she's complex enough.
Is it the same Mothra that broke out of the cage in the first Godzilla, American Godzilla, like the one that we just seen? Because it said Mothra on the
Yeah, it could be. I don't know what they're going to do with her origin. I didn't think we were going to see Mothra or Ghidorah in this series, to tell you the truth. I was expecting Rodan, but I didn't think we were going to see Mothra
Right.
and Ghidorah. I thought Hedorah was going to be the next monster, but
Right.
I'm excited because I think Mothra is going to look different than ever in the Legendary series.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's gonna look like an actual, cause like the Toho Mothra doesn't really resemble a moth in real life. They kind of like took parts of a moth and then made it their own thing. I think in the Legendary series she's gonna look like just a giant moth. Like you take a moth that you see out in the wild and just blow it
Right.
up, and that's what she's gonna look like.
I see. Okay. Now, what's the Star Wars news? Wasn't there something about the 3D, or not 3D, the digital.
Oh, was there? I didn't even know.
Okay, there is. Let me get the article. Hold on a second. Well, actually, before I get to the Star Wars, we do have news on Tron 3. Olivia Wilde is confirmed to be returning. It's going to be called Tron Ascension. And it will probably be out within... They're going to start filming it this fall in Vancouver. So that's pretty cool. Also, back to Star Wars, all 6 movies, they're going to be... there's an agreement to be in digital high definition. All the 6 Star Wars films are ready. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Are these the versions that are not going to be the edited versions? They're going to be the original?
I don't. This article doesn't say that.
Because I know Disney was planning to re-release the original unedited as you saw in the theater version.
Those are going to be released. Yeah. I'm not sure if they're going to be digital though, but they are going to be released. Also, the Deadpool, as we said in the last a couple of everything shows ago, the whole test footage that they had, they're reshooting it with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. And they're actually using that test footage. They're going to reshoot it, keep it similar, and that's going to be part of the movie.
There have been some set pictures, too, apparently.
Yes.
Of him in the costume,
all scarred
which looks
and
good.
Everything.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome, actually. So, we got... Did anybody see Fast and Furious 7?
No, I haven't seen it.
Sorry.
I was just going to put it also really quick that I saw the third episode of Younger. I'm going to keep watching it. It was a really good episode. I actually liked it. It was my favorite. Third episode was good.
Third episode of what? Because you're breaking up.
So it was of the TV show Younger on Eli. The remember show about last time with last night, or actually tonight's episode was really good.
Okay.
I liked the first 2, so I was like, I'm totally ready to watch it.
Right. What's up, Con?
Tonight's episode was titled for a while.
Gloria, you might have to drop out. You may have to drop out and pop back in because you're breaking up, and I can't make it. I don't know if the viewers can make out what you're saying. Just drop out and pop back in. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Steve Torres and
there he is.
Formerly Chris Ferner.
Yeah. Connor.
Hello.
All right, so we were briefly touching on Godzilla story that Chris L was talking about.
Right.
All right, so steampunk.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel?
I do a steampunk video vlog. I do cosplay interviews, cosplay journalism. Sometimes I interview celebrities. I interviewed John Ross Bowie. I most recently interviewed Marley Renfro. She was the body double in Psycho and was also a Playboy bunny.
Cool. Cool. And now where are you headed next with your YouTube channel?
Well, on April the 16th through the 18th, I just got my press credentials a few days ago. I got my press badge for Star Wars Celebration. I'm going to be interviewing people there. I'm going to try to interview Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher, but considering they're in the new Star Wars movie coming out this year, it's probably not going to be very practical because they're going to be swamped with their entourage and their fans.
Okay. What's up, Mike D?
Hey, what's up?
All right. Yeah, we were live for a little bit, just getting the Godzilla news out there, as well as some Star Wars stuff and Tron. So, and then Chris just popped in promoting his YouTube channel.
Yeah. All right.
So, Connor, do you have any news?
No.
What's that?
No.
No news? Okay. Well, let's see what we have here.
Did you guys see the Easter egg with Jurassic World?
No, what's that?
Remember how Jeff Goldblum's character said he wrote a few books prior to being on the park or in the park?
Right.
Apparently he wrote another book, and the Easter egg was there was a picture of the book, and it said, and God created dinosaurs, I believe was the title.
Oh, yeah?
So it was a little nod to his character in this movie.
Oh, I see.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty funny. Now, is it released certain places earlier than others? I mean, we didn't get it yet.
That's what I was under the impression of, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we didn't get it yet here. But right now we're getting ready for Avengers.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron, which they're saying there's not an after-credit scene. There's only a mid-credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's true, or do you think that's baloney?
Personally, I think that's garbage. Because if you remember in the original Avengers, the mid-credit scene had Thanos in it, and the after-credit scene was just them eating shawarma. So I think there's going to be a small little thing at the end of the credits.
I heard a rumor about after credit scene in Avengers 2. So there's conflicting rumors. There's another rumor that there's an after credit scene with a crossover of Guardians of the Galaxy and Thanos.
Is there a scene where Spider-Man, like, you see a web shooting across, grabbing, like, Ultron's skull or something like that, or anything, or him swinging throughout the city? We don't know, right? Like Spider-Man.
I wouldn't be surprised if they shot something after they got the rights back or something. You know, something simple.
Right. Just to throw in there, right?
Yeah.
Now, I also heard that there's a possibility Loki may be in Avengers 2, that they might have shot something with him. I don't know if that's confirmed.
Oh, I thought that was confirmed, yeah, because apparently he's definitely in it.
Oh, he is in it.
Because I think there's a scene on Asgard where some of the movie takes place on Asgard, and then, or in Asgard, I should say. And I'm pretty sure he's confirmed to be in it. Not as a huge role, but for a little bit anyway.
Okay. All right. So, Mike D, you want to go over the person that passed on?
Oh, yeah, we lost Jeffrey Lewis, who was a great character actor in a lot of films, mainly in the 70s through some of the 80s. And he's the father of Juliette Lewis, the actress. But Jeffrey Lewis was actually in a lot of Clint Eastwood films, and he was in Salem's Lot. And he's one of those guys that people would recognize and go, oh, yeah, I've seen that guy, but they wouldn't know exactly who he is.
Right.
But if you Google Jeffrey Lewis, I guarantee you he's been in many films you've seen. And, you know, really, really, really great character actor. So he was 79 and passed away. Let me, hold on, I've got a...
Apparently there's a football player by the same name.
No, that was in 2013, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says he died Tuesday in Woodland Hills, California, of natural causes. He was 79. Character actor who often appeared in westerns. Father of Juliette Lewis. He had roles in Eastwood's High Plains Drifter film, Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. He was in Every Which Way But Loose, Any Which Way You Can, with Clint Eastwood, Bronco Billy, Pink Cadillac, and Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And actually, I just saw him about 3 nights ago. He was in The Devil's Rejects, the Rob Zombie film. He played a character in that. Quite an extended role in that film, actually. And he's really a great character actor. So I know it, you know, like when you say his name, people aren't like, oh, it's not like some huge name, but I promise you, if you actually Google the guy's name and look at him, you're going to go, oh, yeah, I know that guy. I've seen him in these films.
I know that guy. I'm looking at him right now. Let me just screen share this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. Right?
Yeah, that's him. He's Yeah, I mean, growing up, like I was born in '74, so like I remember this guy like in like pretty much about every 10th movie I saw, he's got some role in that film. He's one of these guys, if you look at his acting resume, he's been in like every movie.
I see.
Yeah, there you
Holy
go.
moly.
But yeah, great, reliable character actor, and very well liked, from what I understand, by the people involved in all of the productions of these films.
Wow. Every Which Way But Loose, 78. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot,
Yeah,
Any Which Way You Can.
High Plains Drifter,
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood Western. Yeah,
A lot of Clint Eastwood stuff. That's
yeah. So Clint must have thought a lot about the guy to have him in so many films of his. Tango and Cash, I see there.
Gunsmoke, The Last Apache. Okay. 10 to
Dillinger.
Midnight. Wow, with Charles Bronson. Okay.
Yeah, he's one of these guys
Tango and
that
Cash, yeah.
he was in like everything. Just he wasn't the leading guy, but he was in the film. He was kind of like the Kevin Bacon before
Right.
Kevin Bacon was Kevin Bacon. He was in like one of the he was that guy that was in like every movie like Kevin Bacon is now,
Right.
or was, I should
That's
say, for
pretty
about
cool, man.
30 years.
That's-
Yeah. So Jeffrey Lewis, like he was great in one of my all-time favorites, Salem's Lot by Stephen King. That horror miniseries that came on in 1979. One of the main supporting actors in that, but he really good in everything he was in. So
Yeah. Cool. Was this from Salem's Lot? Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. Wow. Rest in peace. All right.
Great working actor.
Yeah.
Solid in everything he did.
Okay. That's good. I mean, how old was he? What did he die of?
79.
Oh, 79. Okay.
Yeah. He,
Wow, that's a shame.
well, it said natural causes. I'm assuming, like,
Well, Leonard Nimoy was 83, and they said he died from COPD, so he had to have died from something.
Rest in peace. You know, I remember seeing him in a lot of stuff growing up too. Now that I look at the pictures, I definitely know him. So.
yeah, it's kind of weird being like, I'm 40 years old. It's kind of weird. I'm at that age where, like, the people I grew up watching are dying now.
Yeah, that's true.
And, like Leonard Nimoy. So it's kind of like one of those,
It's hard, yeah.
well, it's kind of one of those weird sort of, like, surreal sort of things where you're like, wow, all these people I grew up watching are, like, dying now.
Well, I was born in 74 also. You
Yeah.
know, February 12th, 2/12, you know, 2/12. So, yeah.
Like
So-
watching Star Trek, for example. Like Leonard Nimoy was younger than you and I, Joe.
Yeah.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, by like 2 or 3 years or more. So it's kind of weird, like watching these things that we grew up on, and seeing these people like we looked upon them as being like adults, and they have these prominent roles in these shows and movies and stuff, and they're dying now, and it's kind of like we're the age they were at that time. So
Sucks. It really does. It's hard. Chris Ferner, Steampunk Star Racing.
Mhm.
Who do you idolize growing up, actor-wise?
Leonard
Spock.
Nimoy. I was really sad when Leonard Nimoy died. I also had met Leonard Nimoy, so it was more
I know
emotional.
you told us before. What about besides Leonard Nimoy? Anybody else?
Patrick Stewart. Patrick
Right.
Stewart.
Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan, Arthur C. Clarke.
Hmm.
I was
How-
sad when Arthur C. Clarke died.
How old was Carl Sagan, Chris, when he passed away?
He was like in his 60s, I think.
Oh,
He died in 1997. Hold on.
Wow.
He's born. Let's see. He died somewhat relatively young. I mean, considering for the modern era.
Okay. Also, Roscoe Pico.
Yeah, he was.
yes.
He was 60. He was 61. Carl Sagan was 61 years old when he died.
Okay. Yeah, and like Joe said, James Best, Roscoe
Yes.
from Dukes of Hazzard passed away also.
Yes, I'm going to get it right now, actually.
Hey, Gloria.
In theory, you can just you can clone him, and then you can maybe train the clones.
No, here we go. All right. Yeah, there he is. Roscoe Pico train. Let me get something which shows like what he was in besides that. Just you want to briefly touch on him, talk about him, and I'll get his movies and stuff. Mikey?
I'll be right back. I need to get some more drinking water before this coffee shop closes.
All right,
Okay.
Chris.
All right.
All right, let me get his stuff here.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
so-
I know James Best was in Dukes of Hazzard. Obviously, I think that was his prominent role.
He was in the cartoon also.
Okay.
The Sweeter Side of Life. Let's see what else. He was also in, anything to do with the Dukes of Hazzard back in the
Well,
day.
he was in Andy Griffith, I think, the TV show.
He's in a lot of stuff. Burt Reynolds. Gator.
Yeah.
Death Mask. Oh. A lot of stuff. You guys could see this, right?
Yeah.
All these movies, yeah.
Yeah, so we've had a couple losses in the character actor field of acting that are very well known.
Yeah. 88.
I mean, growing up, I watched Dukes of Hazzard, so I'm familiar with him, and James Best and Jeffrey Lewis. So these people, growing up, I saw them in quite a number of things. So
Yeah. That really sucks.
yeah,
Big blow today. Gloria back? Could you hear us? I know she had problems with her audio.
yeah. You there, Gloria?
No, she's still having problems with audio stuff.
I heard something there, like for a second.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Well, I mean, it's getting late anyway, and I got to go to work, so I got to go to bed. So it's I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up for it. No, I'm gonna have to. But all right, guys. Thank you very much.
Gloria was
Wait, Gloria. Gloria there?
You there, Gloria?
Hello, Gloria.
Knock 3 times if you can hear us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, come on. We got more news here. We can talk about some things.
Oh, I'm never gonna get up. All right, if you got
who
news,
cares?
Connor,
Come
or
on.
somebody, go.
Ah, shit. Gloria's
Yeah.
talking, but
I can't hear her. No, really, I gotta get up, so I gotta go to bed. So I'm sorry, guys. Take care, bye for now.